Now we will start the first part of IELTS speaking, that is called interview. We will discuss about it. The first part of the speaking test is the interview. This is an easy task to prepare for. You enter the room, see the examiner, say good morning and smile. This is called your body language. We will also discuss it a little bit later on. The examiner asks to see your ID document and to sit down. So ID document will be that one which you will use while registration. Your body language is important here. It must show that you are relaxed and confident. So please you mark these two words, relaxed and confident. So it shows that how much you are good while you are speaking English. Hesitation comes when you are not confident, and when you are not relaxed, you make more mistakes. So please feel it like you speak your very own language, your native language. When you speak with your siblings, with your family members, I don't think you people have any issue while speaking your national language as well as your regional languages. So same goes with the English language. So if you feel very normal, relaxed, confident, so you will perform better. Make eye contact with the examiner as much as you can. Now this eye contact is an exception in part 2. We will discuss it also later on. In part 2 it's an exception. But in part 1 and part 3 the examiner is going to ask you questions. So you must make eye contact while answering these questions. And eye contact also shows that you are confident. When you look here and there and up and down, so it shows that you are nervous. Your answer to each question should consist of one or two sentences. Simple. Okay, you don't have to give longer answers in part 1. So be specific and be to the point. So your answer must consist of just one or two sentences. Try not to answer with just yes or no. After all, this is your English language test. And if he says, do you like to listen to music? You say yes. Then you say nothing. So it's your English language test. So don't just answer in yes or no. Always you expand your answer in part. Just say, yes, I like to listen to music whenever I get some free time. I usually listen to classical music. Whenever I travel, I listen to music. It's a good time pass. Okay, 3 to 4 sentences I made actually, but just in 1 to 2 sentences. But it doesn't mean that you make very small sentences. If you just say, yes, I like to listen to music and I listen to music when I'm free. Okay, these 2 sentences are not enough. The secret of success in the speaking test is being confident and creative person. Now again you mark these 2 words. First you mark the relaxed and confident. Okay, now these 2 things, confident and creative. So creativity plays very important role, as we discussed, that interesting ideas you need to deliver. So if you have creativity, then you can develop. So these 2 things are the secret of success in IELTS speaking. If you are confident and you are creative person. Giving short and simple answers. The first part of the IELTS speaking test lasts around 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, we already discussed it. This is the maximum time you will be given. Questions related to you, your daily life and your interests. Only about 30 seconds per question. 30 seconds is enough. Okay, even you can give short answers. Maybe it would take only 10 to 15 seconds. It depends. If you try to give long answers, the examiner will interrupt you. Okay, students also sometimes complain this thing that the examiner didn't let me speak. He didn't let me complete my answers. He interrupted me a lot while I was speaking. In part 1, if you speak more, so the examiner will interrupt you. So you make your answers relevant, to the point, precise and very briefed. Then the examiner will not interrupt you. Keep part 1 answers very simple. Okay, once again, that you don't have to give complicated ideas in part 1. Do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants? Now this is an example. If this question examiner asks you there, how will you answer this question? That do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants? Now look at this answer. I prefer home cooked food because I think it's healthier. And you know exactly what you are eating. I also enjoy cooking for my family and friends. You can see these 2 sentences in this answer. Okay, and they are more than enough. You don't have to say anything more. Now these things are, the first one is the answer the question with the full sentence. Okay, if you say I prefer food from restaurants, okay, this can also be your answer. So give complete answer, full sentence answer in the start, and then you give a reason also, because I think it's healthier. And you know, everything has a reason. When you say I like music, why do you like? If you say I like reading books, why do you like? So everything has a reason, the thing you like or you dislike. So you need to give a reason. Add one extra piece of information, and that piece of information is I also enjoy cooking for family and friends. So you can see these three things are only required in IELTS speaking part 1 answers. First you give full sentence answer, then give a reason, and the last thing is you just add one more piece of information. So this answer is enough. Stop with confidence and look at the examiner ready for the next question. Now this is called your body language. Okay, when you stop and you look at the examiner, you give him a signal. Okay, you give him a gesture that now you are ready for the next question. Fine. So this way you will end your answer, that the examiner will automatically understand that now he should ask you the next question. So this is the perfect way to complete your answer, so that the examiner then move on to the next one. Do you work or are you a student? Now this question is also asked in the start of the IELTS exam. These are common questions at the start of the speaking test. Do you work or are you a student? Now if you are a student and you also work, or you are a housewife, whatever, so you can tell your current status accordingly. There is no harm to hide. Okay, whatever you do, you can tell him or her. Now look at these answers here. Before I came to England, I was working as an accountant, but at the moment I am studying finance because I hope to do a master's here. No, it means first you did a job, but now you are a student. Do you like your job, course, why or why not? Yes, I really like my job because it's interesting and I work with a great team of people. And if you are a student, yes, I enjoy studying finance, but my real aim is to do a master's and then find a job in an international company. Don't worry if you have a job and study at the same time, you can mention both. Okay. And if you don't do any job and you are not a student or also, then you can tell I'm a housewife, I look after my family, I have different responsibilities. Okay, I'm a homemaker and I do housekeeping things at home. So I don't do any job and I'm not a student. So you can also answer this thing. Topics you are not interested in. You don't have a choice in IELTS. Whatever the topic the examiner will choose, you have to answer. Okay, you cannot say that please change the topic, I don't have interest in this topic. Okay, so this is not possible there. So whatever the topic he will choose, you have to face. How do you answer questions about a topic that you are not interested in? You don't have interest in that particular topic. So how would you answer this? Just tell the truth. It's fine to say you don't like something. Okay, so it's not that you hide and you tell something untrue, or you can say you lie. So you don't have to lie. You need to tell him truth. Do you like dancing? You know, dancing is not that much common. Mostly people, they don't like dancing. So no, I don't like dancing. I'm not a big music fan and dancing just makes me feel uncomfortable. And if the examiner asks you the next question, has anyone ever taught you to dance? Now imagine even you have answered that I don't like dancing, but he will ask you the next questions. No, I have never been interested in learning to dance, so I have never taken any lessons or asked anyone to show me how to do it. Okay, so again you refuse the examiner that you don't have any interest in dancing and nobody has ever taught you how to dance. But he will not stop, and definitely he'll ask you the next question. Do you think that traditional dancing will be popular in the future? And the answer is, I'm afraid I have no idea because I don't follow what's happening in the dancing world. Okay, very straight answer. And I suppose it will always be popular with some, people? And the answer is in no, that I have no idea, but still he suppose that it will always be popular with some people. So you have to say something at least. You cannot just say that I don't have interest, I don't know about it. So these answers are not acceptable. Okay, now the last 5 simple rules. Here are 5 simple rules for IELTS speaking part 1. Now what are these rules? The first one is keep your answers short, then stop with confidence. Now this is very important. Second thing is answer the questions using full sentences. Okay, and even if you miss I, it makes your sentence incomplete. So don't miss I. It's a very small part of your sentence, but still it has its own importance. So give full sentence answer. The third tip is use words from the examiner's question in your answer. Okay, the first thing is it makes relevance, and the second thing is the examiner realizes you understand the question clearly. So this is very important tip, that you use the words from the examiner's question. Even a phrase you can use, or maybe you can use a complete sentence from the examiner's question. It also helps you to initiate your answer. Okay, sometimes students, they get confused that from where we start the answer. So this is very helpful that you use the same words from the examiner's question. And the fourth thing is, if possible, give a reason for your answer. You know, reason expands your answer. Even he doesn't ask you why or why not, but you are supposed to give a reason. Okay, so if possible, must give a reason. Don't forget to say yes or no when necessary. Okay, for example, if he asks, do you like to go for a walk in the morning? So you start like that, I go in the park, there is a park near my home and I go there. No, no. First you say, yes, I like to go for a walk. Okay, and then you expand your answer or explain it further. So whenever it is required to give yes or no, you must answer it. Okay, like do you like to listen to music? So you say yes, I like to listen to music, and then you stay further. Or no, I don't like to listen to music. So this yes or no is very important. Don't forget to say yes or no. Here's an example to illustrate these points. Now you look at this question first and then the answer. Then you will understand how can you use these 5 simple rules in your answers. Do you like parks? Yes, I like parks. Now this is the first part of the sentence, full sentence. Yes, I like parks. Then the second part is the reason, because they are great places to relax. If you live in a city, a park is often the only place where you can escape from the noise and traffic. Now this is the additional information which has also added here after giving the reason. So this answer is more than enough in part 1.